All right, welcome. My name's Jim from Return Solutions. I wanted to take a few minutes to go over the accounting and finance program, Return Solutions, which obviously can save your business a lot of money. I basically am a shop owner myself and been in business for about 27 years. I struggled with accounting and finance, and over the years, I learned and I developed systems, and the systems turned out to be pretty nice. So I decided if I could just find someone that could turn this into a program, and I ran into a gentleman by the name of Shaw, and him and I decided we'd partner up, and he wrote the program and I designed the program. So let me go over the program with you just a little bit to give you an idea of what the potential is of this program and what it can do for you. Now, in the case of creating a return, the tech comes in and he says, "Hey, I didn't need this part." You can actually put a part number in. You would type that part number into the program, and then it would locate that original invoice for you. Then you would edit that invoice. All right, so now what we've done is we've pulled up the original invoice, and we found that part number, the original invoice, and at this point you can create a return. I want to basically show you how easy it is to create a return. You would go to all itemized invoices, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. You'd put this, you could search by part number. In this case, for demonstration, I'm going to select Napa. We're going to find a beginning date. We'll go to June 1st. Alright, so I'm going to just randomly grab one of these, edit. So what's happened here is we want to create a return on this lower ball joint. So what we're going to do is select part return. We're going to hit save. Okay, and then that's going to take us to a return screen. So basically this has all the information, Napa, the Napa invoice number, the purchase order number, the part number, the part name, lower ball joint, and the reason for return. We're going to select from the drop down. We're going to say that we needed to warranty this ball joint, so we're going to hit warranty. Quantity 1, the amount that we expect to get back is $52. And here you can type any notes that could help you out later on with the situation. So notes, you can type anything in there you want. It also is a signature block, so once you create the return, the person picking the part up would sign in this box. So now we're going to hit save. Okay, so now basically this is going to be the receipt. So you want to kind of review that information. It all looks good. And then we're going to hit the print button. It's going to take us to a screen that allows us to print our own return ticket. Now obviously you're all shop owners and you know that Napa, AutoZone, Advance, and some of the bigger brand name stores will come in with their own booklet. Yes, definitely have them fill out their own paperwork, but this is a secondary backup. But this really comes in handy with dealerships. Dealerships will come in and take your parts and not leave you any kind of a receipt whatsoever. So you can hit the print button, print this form, and then when the dealership comes in to pick the part up, you would have them sign in this box here. You'd print 2 copies. You'd give one to them to take back to the dealership with them, and you'd keep one on file until you get your credit back for that part. Now we're going to look at returns. There's a lot of money here, a lot of tracking. I struggled with this in my own business. It was horrible trying to keep up with returns. We talked about dealers. Dealers were maybe the worst violators as far as returns went. Sometimes I'd wait weeks to see the money, and the longer a return goes, the more difficult it is to make sure you get your money back. So we have a category here, all returns. So basically by clicking that screen, you have an opportunity to look at your returns by supplier only. You can search by individual, invoice number, or PO number, or part number, but typically you can look at all of them real quick, or you can narrow it down to one supplier. You have what's known as verified returns. That means you've already gotten credit for it, or not verified. So these are the returns that you're waiting to get some kind of confirmation back on the fact that they've acknowledged that they received it and they have every intention of giving you your money back. So let's take a look at verified returns. We can do it by supplier. Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to look at verified returns from NAPA, and we're going to choose a date range. We'll go back to the 1st of June and take a look at verified returns. All right, so this is all the NAPA returns since the 1st of June that have been verified. So when I say verified, it means that they sent back a piece of paper saying that they intended to give us credit. So verified, they're marked with a yes. Now over here you'll see verified with statement. So once you do a reconciliation, you're going to get a yes over here that this part was picked up on the supplier statement as the credit was actually put back onto your account. If you're using a credit card, you're going to see that it was put back onto the credit card. So these are just NAPA returns from the 1st of June to this date in July. So as you can see, that's just one supplier and a little over 30 days worth of data and that many returns. So if you're not tracking your returns, as you know as well as I know as a shop owner, there's a lot of money that can be lost here. So not verified. So if we look at NAPA, right now I have 2 NAPA returns. Over here where it says verified, obviously it says no. So I've got 2 NAPA returns in the system right now that I'm waiting to get credit for. Under returns, you also have the option to look at all credit invoices, or this is an important one here, add a credit invoice. Okay, so now you have these returns in your system and you get a credit invoice. So what you would do at that point, and we'll go back to that NAPA example. Okay, so we have NAPA, and we're going to go to returns, and we found those 2 parts. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the return for $52, and then we're going to go back to credit invoice, and it brought that invoice into the data field here. Obviously your credit invoice has to go here, credit invoice number, credit invoice date, select it from the drop down, and the total amount, which would be $25.52. And then you would go down here and you'd hit the save button. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I didn't actually receive a credit, and I don't want to mess my current system up for demonstration purposes. So it's that easy to enter a credit invoice and remove that from that bank, and obviously put it as a yes that we have received at least verification back that Napa has processed it, but yet we're still waiting to see this money put back into the account.